Welcome back. As we said, exclusively we are talking Skhalakhala. Mara, we will wait for Skhalakhala for the 29th of February next year. Happy, you used to be the one that they used to want interviews.
Yeah.
No, in fact, let's do it around. Was he... Players are never easy. To interview them is a mission.
It's always a mission.
But how is he when he now faces the other side? Because I saw him with a couple of colleagues.
Yeah.
He started with his namesake, Machens.
Sure.
So Dash was nice.
Yeah.
How has it been to be in that table? Because there's a certain familiarity that by having Happy there, Amachita will come and talk.
Yeah.
Magu him now.
Yeah, it's different. It's really different. You know, it's really different, and that's a point that I think is very important in what we are doing. I think you and I and Cox sharing football stories is not the same as Uhepi sharing football stories with his colleagues. You know? You know what I mean? So it's sitting on the table, like I said. It's a privilege, honestly, and I really hope that we can bring more of these, former teammates and rivals as well, you know. But it's honestly a privilege to be sharing these football stories and how he's been doing. I think the progress that Happy's been doing has been phenomenal. From the fact that, you know, the first episode we had a conversation and said we need you to, you know, be yourself, you know, because there's this thing that you come on TV and you expect, you know, you to be, you know, uptight and a little bit.
No, because now he wears suits when he does games.
You know so I'm happy. Even the way he's he's narrating his stories right now, you know, it shows the progress that he's made behind in front of camera, and that's something that I really hope that he continues to grow in.
How easy has it been to go? Manje so pegile mabase Jimmy. Mabeza. Because what Happy brings, you can't tell him, no, training was... how has it been? How has the transition been?
The transition, it's been good, I will say. You know, just to meet Obi on one day and talk about how we can change football stories to the people. So for me, it's telling the youngsters that are playing today and other supporters, you know, to know what we're going through as footballers and also know the history of football. Because some of the generation, they don't know playing for Pirate. Why are you playing for Pirate? You know what I mean? Do you know who was wearing number 4 in 1995 or 1996?
I know who hasn't worn number 10. Hasn't been worn in a long time at Pirate.
Yeah, but let's go there. I'm making an example. There's some of the players, they don't know who was wearing number 4 in 1994 or 1996. You know what I mean? So we're trying to bring that passion of love of football again to the youngsters to feel that when I talk about Uhepi, from 2005 to 2022 playing for Pirate, this is what he was going through. When you wear this jersey, just know that this person did so much for the team. You know, we're trying to...
So that history, that heritage...
Yeah, we're trying to...
Cox, that's what I told you. He was doing induction for Pirates. Now we're going to go from this Pirates and what they're doing. These Pirates that's here, Chief, they're not... They may get Joaneng in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Do you think Pirates have got the pedigree to go to the Champions League? To group stages?
They are there.
They are there already, bro.
No. You must go prelim.
No, they are there. They're playing a Champions League. And what I like about Orlando Pirates, each and every day...
He's a Pagania. He's like...
Yeah. What I like about Pirates, each and every year, they compete in the CAF. It's either Confed or Champions League. That's a good sign of a bigger team.
You're right. Happy is actually right because you're not respecting the competition in its entirety. I remember arguing with Coach Upito at some point when he said the Champions League has not started, but you get a lot of teams being knocked out in the prelims. That's where the competition starts there.
Also, we must say...
they are there.
Okay,
so
they are there.
Can they progress into the group? They've beefed up. They've continuity. That's one thing you have to give to them. They have a coach that totally understands. And the philosophy that he was trying to implement in the past 2 seasons, yes, you could see it in the initial phase of the game where they were playing, but middle of the season, that's when they kind of phase out. Then you have players with talent that coming in and then bolster the squad. They have Gilberto now. They are getting players that have been in continental football, and that gives them an advantage. The Jwaneng that faced Orlando Pirates, they need to be careful because they're not going to face the same Orlando Pirates that they faced at that time, where that will take them to penalties. So I can confidently say they should be able to get into the group stages. It will be a fail if they don't get into the group stages.
But I must not forget, this man went there to Lubumbashi, came out where nobody comes out. Hey, when you look at the current team, and you think of that mentality that you needed to have, do they have it?
I think they have it because some of the players, they were not used to playing the competition before. If you look at last season, the way they went out before group stage. So they didn't have experience. But now there's a lot of experience. Even the guys that were playing in the national team went to AFCON and they got position 3. So that shows a lot, and they beef up with some of the players now. So it shows that go pirate. And for me, the mentality that they install in some of the players that they play in the AFCON, they will rub it on to the other players. And when they rub it on to the other players, it shows Uti so progress to the final. And no, that's the mission of Orlando Pirates.
It's clear.
It's clear. They want to go until the final. And that thing, if they can install it as players mentally, and now what I like, they went out in the country to go to Spain to challenge themselves to see that do we fit to compete with another team.
And they played well. I mean, they played against Sevilla to beat them 2-0.
You know what I mean? So they show that they're capable of competing with other teams in the world. So for them, it's a good sign. And they can progress.
Now I'm here for what happened in the change room of Orlando Pirates. I saw Baya Shayana. From a media perspective, when you look at that, no, I won't go there. I won't go there near Shayana, the change room.
But what I like about that show, it shows Uguti how we're going through as players.
Sure.
The way emotionally we want to win. It shows. We can kill each other on the changing room because we want the 3 points. It's the same mission. And
induction is here. Induction is here, Chief. Obi, from a media perspective, when you look at Orlando Pirates, you look at where they've been. They've won the MTN 8 and they've won the Nedbank twice in a row. From a media perspective, as you look, they look like the real deal.
My thing with Pirates is that they always look like the real deal. And I say this because almost every season I can count back from this season to the past 7 seasons that Sunrise has won the league. I'm pretty sure Pirates were the team that was pound for pound good enough to compete with Mamelodi Sundowns. So they've been a team that has always been promising, and I think I've lambasted Happy for that as well to say, but you guys, you could have done something this season.
No, you can't lambast Happy. You must just say, well done, Santa.
Look, I just think, like Cox mentioned, a very important part, continuity. I just hope that they finish, or they start off the next season the way they finished off the last, with that energy of winning the Nedbank Cup against the Mamelodi Sundowns, which is the team that they'll be competing against for the league title. So I do hope that they come back with that confidence. And as Happy's mentioning, the trip to Spain, I mean, they did it last year. It was a bit of a success, and we're seeing it again this time around, starting off the way it has. We do hope that it brings, that experience that Happy wants for the continental competition that is coming up. So I do hope that Pirates continue from where they left off, because that will be very important for them.
So if you want to see these two, Tiski Dine, he wears a tie on weekends. When there's
eat Tiski Dine.
Eat Tiski Dine.
Eat Tiski Dine.
The food.
Yes.
What I'm here to maintain what I've worked very hard to get. And then over weekends, this man talks proper English, talks about football, stats, and every other thing. This one, we are here together. But gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Mapagania, we wish you well. Number 2 looks like a good spot to be there.
No.
Masanda 1. We'll see you after the break.